Episode 152 here on the Bray Ethan podcast. Lucca Grego is the guest. Lucca, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
It's a day off today. Before we actually do that, is of course thanks to our good friends
Have to mention, yep.
as well. Day off today, escaping the heat, which would be much appreciated because you've been training a lot in the heat recently and you're not used to it. But how do you usually spend your Thursdays?
They're pretty low key at the moment. Obviously our sessions are pretty big during the pre-season.
Yeah.
So sleep in, staying in nice aircon house and just chilling out with the boys where they go to the driving range or maybe go have a dip at the beach, whatever it is.
You need a day off, don't you? Otherwise, just to recharge the batteries, especially 100%. In this heat.
Yeah, this heat is obviously still trying to get used to it. It's a lot different to Melbourne heat. Yeah. But no, we'll get there slowly.
You've slotted straight into the number 31 jersey, which one former player in Will Schofield has been, he's made it known that he's happy about it, pumping you up. Have you felt the love already? Because you seem like an instant fan favourite. Have you felt the love from Perth and the West Coast fans?
Yeah, especially from Will Schofield. He's bloody pumping my tyres up so much. But I love it. I don't know. I'm kind of the guy that I like to fly under the radar a little bit and don't pay too much attention to the media stuff and the words that people are saying about me. But definitely coming to Perth so far, I've felt the love from the fans, players, coaches, everyone. Everyone's been real good sports and making me and the other boys feel welcome. Yeah.
Well, not long after the draft, you said you actually wanted to come to West Coast. So clearly you had a little bit of a love for Perth. Obviously came over here for Vic Metro to play WA last year. So. I guess, what did you love about Perth before you came and what do you like about it now?
Perth and especially West Coast was my destination spot. Yeah. Had one meeting with the Eagles and as soon as they left home, it was like, geez, this might be the one. Like, you have that gut feeling when you think, this might be the club that drafts me. Yeah. The lifestyle, it's very laid back, chilled, where Melbourne's a lot more chaotic and it's busy. Here it's not as busy, it's pretty quiet. So I like that about this joint and I'm pretty big on four-wheel drive and getting out and camping and that. So, there's good tracks and good places to be.
And not far out of the city too?
Nah, not far at all. Just long Australia Day weekend we went, me, Ryan Marrick and Job Shanahan went down a mile up down south, which nice little getaway. 2 nights camping, it was bloody beautiful. Yep.
And you moved in with Jamie Cripps initially, not anymore though, so what's the living arrangement like at the moment?
Yeah, with Cripps the first 2 weeks, it's actually funny, during my press conference I accidentally called him Paddy.
I did say that, I did say that.
Yeah.
And then you quickly fixed yourself up.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, the boys got into me a little bit for it. Well deserved though, errors. But at the moment I'm with the host family, so I moved in with them just before Christmas, the week before we had our Christmas break, and they're beautiful people, really good cooks and really good people to be with. Just making my life here a little bit easier.
Are they parents of someone who's playing over east or just a host family that signed up?
Just a host family that signed up.
Nice.
So they had Noah Long for the last 2 years. So Donkey had him and then signed up again and had me.
Solid.
Nice and local as well, just around the corner from the studio, so it's very central to get everywhere you need to.
Yeah.
It's been well documented your love for rugby.
Yeah.
Was it as simple as moving from Queensland to Victoria that, made you pursue it entirely, footy?
Not as simple, to be honest. I was in Queensland for about 5-6 years, so I started my sporting journey up there, playing rugby league for the East Tigers, with who's the affiliated club for Melbourne Storm.
Because your dad was coaching at the Storm.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yep, correct. He was a development coach in the under 19s and under 21s there for the Storm. Just doing a bit of everything. So I guess I kind of got my love for rugby league from him. So it wasn't as easy as just coming down to Melbourne and falling into footy. My grandfather for a couple of years was trying to persuade me to get into it. I just said no, not doing it, don't want it. Wanted to keep playing rugby league, but after a bit of persuasion from him and my school teacher in primary school at the time, Mr. Gilpin, shout out to him.
Shout out.
G, absolute G. I kind of fell into the school footy team, playing off the half forward line. And he goes, Grego, mate, you could be something here, and it could be all right at footy. Just give it a go. You got the rugby league background.
Yeah.
Sort of fell in there and played my first inter-school sports game of footy with my primary school, Altona Primary, and yeah, kind of from there I started like, it's actually a good sport. It's a really good game.
The rest is history.
The rest is history, yeah.
What year did you say Mr. Gilpin was your teacher?
5 and 6.
Oh, okay, because I had a Mrs. Gilpin.
Mrs.
As a teacher in primary school as well. I think it was year 1. So yeah, that just seeing if there was any
coincidence.
Yeah. Well, good friend of the show, Liam Duggan, hails from your area in Bacchus Marsh as well. Pick 1 in your draft as well, Sam Layla, also from there. So what is it about that part of the world that just breeds the good crop?
Yeah, it's become a bit of a footy factory in our Bacchus Marsh.
The new Geelong.
Yeah, the new Geelong. Yeah, it's actually not far from Geelong. It's only about 40 minutes, I think, 45.
Okay.
But I actually don't know. It's a good place to be. It's a little quiet area just outside of Metro Melbourne.
Has it got that country feel or something?
Yeah, you wouldn't think it. Just being about 35, 40 minutes out of Melbourne, you wouldn't think it'd have a country feel to it, but it does. Yeah. It's a real big country town. Everyone knows everyone, and footy's the passion down there as well as cricket in the summer.
Yeah.
And obviously you got the Darley rivalry across the bridge.
Yep.
That spices it up a bit during footy season.
You and Duggo would be like this, because of that connection. And is he seen as like a bit of a legend in that? Well, he would be, because obviously he's one of the, I guess, I don't want to say few players, but maybe one of the most high profile or longest players. And so now you're there with him, so might have been a little bit of a surreal moment.
Yeah, 100%. When I was at the Marsh, he was in, I think it was, I can't remember what year it was, but he came down because his brothers play at the Marsh as well, or used to play at the Marsh. So he came down for a pre-season one year, and just me, I think I was in my 3rd year of footy, so to be honest, I don't really know much.
Fresh.
Yeah, very fresh. Didn't know much about the AFL players or Duggo.
Yeah.
And he sort of came down and started training with us for a little bit, and we got to know each other a little bit, and knowing him and knowing that he's an AFL player kind of sparked my interest for AFL a little bit more. At the moment I think we've got a very good bond. Before Chrissy, my parents came over and had a tour of the facilities and the club. And as they're walking downstairs, he's walking out the change room. He goes, I think I could smell Bacchus Marsh in here, looking at my parents. So that was pretty funny. He's a good man as well.
Yeah, he is. Can't speak highly enough of him from our end. Just looking at the school you went to, Zach Butters.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
And there's some other names on there. So seems like everywhere you've gone, I suppose there's been players come out of those sort of regions. But yeah, you first played for Western Jets when you were 15, and then captained last year while finishing 3rd in the best and fairest.
Yep.
What was it about the Talent League that makes it what it is? Because I guess we're so used to the cult system over here, and there are probably similarities, but also a lot of differences. So what's the setup like, and what makes it so successful with the buy-in and the culture, etc.?
Victoria is the place where footy is. It's the homeland of AFL, I guess, and having the depth and all the different clubs and the 8 big AFL clubs around you, it adds a bit more depth to the Talent League and I guess the passion for it.
How many teams are there
in the Coats? I think that's a good question actually. I don't know.
There's definitely more than 9, isn't there?
Yeah, heaps more than
Seems
9.
like a lot. Yeah.
Got a few interstate clubs as well. We got the Northern Territory Academy and all that, and Tassie boys.
Because like with you guys, am I right in saying that? Because obviously we'll get onto your VFL debut shortly, but obviously there's no. Like, over here, you've got the league reserves and Colts all in the one club, so you might have Colts going up to play league. But you guys, am I right in saying you have to play the Talent League, and then on buys, then you can go and play VFL?
Correct, yeah.
So that's another thing, the depth. We've got 9 clubs, obviously a smaller population, but then our better names go up. You guys have got shit tons more around the area, and only a couple of teams to fill.
We have to play in the Coats Talent League if you're obviously repping your region, but as well as we've got the private schools over there that steal the boys from Coats. So
True. Same here.
Yeah.
Just on that as well, like I'm not trying to set you up to say something here about WA, but obviously you came over for Vic Metro and beat WA here, and there was a lot of noise about WA having no talent, and then I guess in that first half it was pretty competitive, but you guys ran away with it. Yeah. What was the mindset versus WA, because there was a lot of noise, and I'm sure you guys weren't just going to be they're easy beats, but at the same time, how are you sort of preparing?
Preparing as if we were playing another team. Our coach Rob Harding was pretty heavy on the mindset, whereas we're going to attack every game as if it's a grand final, and we're here to get boys drafted, but we're here to win as well. Like we want to win the championships. So we attacked it just like any other game and just wanted to go out there and win. They delivered a pretty big shock in the first half to us. We weren't thinking we were going to steamroll them. Like you can never think that in state champs. Even though there was a bit of noise around WA not being as good as us, I guess. It's still they're the best in the state for that group. So you can never have any doubts, and you just got to attack it as as you can, as hard as you can. But I don't know, I guess. Yeah.
And it's interesting because like now you're teammates with guys like Bo Allen and Malachi Hamish Davis who played in that game. So you might have already spoken about that, but it might be weird to look back on.
Yeah, a little bit weird. We have a bit of banter around it. Especially me and Hamish Davis. You get into each other a bit about it, and we talk about it a bit. But it's at the end of the day, it was just a game, and we're all teammates now.
Yeah. Well, your VFL debut did come for Williamstown against North Melbourne last year, and then the following week you kicked a goal against the Giants.
Yep.
How'd you find that playing against two heavily impacted AFL sides?
It was unreal experience to have, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity to have as a young boy to play a bit of VFL. I don't really get nervous before games or anything and all that, but before that first VFL games against North Melbourne, I was shitting myself. You come in and you're like, shit, I'm playing against grown men and AFL players in the VFL here. It's going to be an absolute step up, which it was. The game was fast, strong. It was just competitive as.
And also the time-wise as well, I'd assume?
Yeah, the time on. I think we had a quarter in the North Melbourne game, which went for like 32 minutes, and then the GWS game, we had like a 38-minute quarter.
Jesus.
And it drains you, but it's good fun. I guess having that exposure early kind of helps you set up for what to expect at AFL level a little bit. It's not as quick as AFL level, but it's that step up from Coates in that bottom age year. So, it kind of helps you, I guess, expect what you're going to go into.
Now you got at least 2 years of it with Waffle League and AFL as well, all time long quarters.
And there would have been some good players playing in those games as well.
Yeah.
Who was the biggest name?
I think Xavier O'Halloran, GWS. I think he dropped about 38 on us and kicked 2.
Jesus.
He's a good player, that bloke. But I got him holding the ball, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Take that confidence.
For a 17-year-old. The Eagles traded up for you on the draft night with pick 48. Celebrations are always hectic, which is why, it may not sink in for some time after. Have you had any penny drop moments since where it's actually hit you that you are an AFL player?
Yeah. I guess every day when you walk into the club, you walk into the change rooms, you're like, shit, I'm actually here. Like, dreams come true. You're an AFL player now, but obviously there's a lot of work to be done and you've got a lot to do to actually become an AFL player and play your first game. But just realising that the club wanted me and I'm here to be an AFL player and live out my dream is pretty special.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you came over with clean skin and now you have a tattoo on your shoulder. Was that the first thing that you purchased with your AFL paycheck? First paycheck?
I actually didn't purchase it. It was actually, a draft / Christmas present from my parents.
Yeah, right.
For years now, I guess since I was bloody 14, 15, I've wanted a tattoo.
Yep.
And I knew what I wanted. I wanted this. So yeah, Mum and Dad kind of sat me down and said, look, if you are lucky enough to get drafted and are lucky enough to live out your dream, mate, we'll pay for your first tattoo.
Nice.
Wow. What's the meaning behind? Any meaning or just
yes? So I got Kiwi background and Kiwi heritage in my family on my mum's side. So what the tattoo is, it's called a tamoko.
Yeah.
So it's it tells stories of your life and your journey through life. So this is just the beginning. I'm going to get more added.
Yeah.
It tells about the person and the family and the wider experiences you've had in life.
Yeah.
A few of the Eagles boys are being inked up. I think Ryan Marrick, another one who's
got the calf done.
Got the tattoo.
He's got a sleeve now, doesn't
He's got the whole sleeve and the calf done as well.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Inking it up.
Well, brand new coach, very young list, and you haven't shone away from wanting to come in and earn a spot.
Yep.
Could round one be on the cards for you? And I guess how has pre-season gone as a whole?
Yeah. Firstly, brand new. Not brand new, but we've come in pretty new. Got Minnie coming in, Andrew McQualter, and a few other recruits being the draftees, and Bakes, Fridge, and Matt Owies.
Fridge.
Yeah, Fridge. Jack Graham. So it's it's definitely going to be a whole new look for us, but it's super exciting. Young lists, trainings and pre-seasons are intense, hard, competitive. The boys just want to get out there and put our best foot forward and just, I guess, I don't know how to say it, just live it up, I guess, have a bit of fun with it, and just expose ourselves. We obviously had a bit of a rough patch to the Eagles.
Yeah.
And we want to come in and make a bit of a difference and bring up the culture with it.
Obviously we've talked about the heat, how is it doing at full pre-season and basically these 35 plus degree days that we've pretty much had for the last 6 weeks?
Yeah, well, we flew in on a Sunday night, the interstate boys, and we on the Monday we came straight into training. I think it was like 38 degrees that day, and it's just
welcome to Perth.
Yeah. I guess for the WA boys, it's nothing new.
Yeah.
So it's still hard. You're still putting in big Ks on the track, and you're still exposed to that sun and all that. It's cooking out there. There's not much to cool you down other than the ice towels and the water and the fans and that. But even that, it's you stand under them and you stand back in the sun. 2 minutes later, you're completely dry and just sweating again. It's definitely taken a lot for me to get used to it. I'm still not used to it. But yeah, it's adapting and just making sure you're primed for it, I guess.
I can tell you the winters will probably be a bit more normal for you.
Yeah,
might start a bit later.
I was gonna say, like, if you can get through this period, like, you're gonna be,
fine.
you're gonna be set, like, because of obviously coming over from Melbourne.
Yeah.
Our winter will probably feel like summer for a Melbourne person.
Yeah, I guess that's what we're lucky with, eh? Like, you got clubs like Carlton and they're going up to Queensland to train in the heat and that, but we're blessed to have it already, so we're pretty fit, which is good.
And at the time that this will come out, you'll be coming up to the match simulations against Freo, am I right in saying?
Yeah, I think we got one against Freo and North and that. Yeah.
Oh no, wouldn't be Freo.
We got one against them.
They're playing Indigenous All Stars, so
I think we actually have one against them though.
Okay, so
See what happens.
looking forward to that.
Yeah,
Get some game time minutes.
Yeah, get a few. I think we've got Richmond in 2 weeks' time as well.
Yeah,
North Melbourne is that, and we're starting intra clubs and match them at trainings, which is good. It's unreal. It's different. It's fast, competitive. A few of the boys see red when we're out there, and which is good. We love that, but it gets bloody tough, especially in the heat.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we'll move on to the Instagram Q&As. Kick it off here from Tomo_0399. Were you expecting to get picked inside the top 50 on draft night?
The draft is a lottery.
Yeah,
which is the way I like to explain it. It's a lottery, so I don't expect to get drafted really in the top 50. I had talks from my manager saying that West Coast, if I'm still on the board, will trade up into the pick 40s to take me. Whether it was going to happen or not, you never know. But yeah, I was just more focused on getting drafted. I wasn't listening to too much else and all that. But definitely getting picked in the top 50 is a bonus.
How did the camera situation work? Like, do you just set it up a camera on the second night and hoping for the best?
Yeah, pretty much. So we had a message that day from my manager saying, mate, get a camera up ready during these picks and these teams. These guys are the most likely to take you, and if they take you, then you got it on film. If not, it is what it is, I guess. So yeah, just set it up and just pray.
Scotty_Tomo. This is a bit of a whack, but it says, "Are you as violent as you look?"
Bit of a strange.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess on the field I get a bit of white line fever. On the track I don't really want to hurt my teammates or anything, and
fair enough.
I don't want to be the guy that injures another teammate. So I guess I kind of take it easy not take it easy. I still go stupid hard. But yeah, I guess on the field when I'm playing against opposition, I'm trying my best to hurt someone. Legally.
Yeah. Luke DX Costa, favourite video game?
2K at the moment, I think.
2K?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Dabbled in the Fortnite and COD and all that. And that stuff gets me a bit angry. So,
are you a FIFA person as well? Usually people that play 2K are FIFA as well.
Used to be. Like, the problem with these games is it's too pay to win, eh? You got to spend money, and I can't justify spending money on these games.
Yeah, 100% valid.
Noah _B146, greatest Eagle of all time, in your opinion?
Well, there's been a few. I'd probably have to say Judd or Kerr.
Yeah.
You know, maybe Woosher as well, John Worsfold. Some pretty. There's too many good ones
There
to pick
are.
from, eh? Like
Yeah.
you can't.
I personally think Judd is the top, but
Just
obviously it's up.
He's the
up for
benchmark,
debate,
yeah.
I think Woosher, in terms of like, he's like won a premiership, 2 premierships as a player and a premiership as a coach. So you can't really go past him in terms of like
He's-
biggest
yeah, he's
influence
probably
on the club.
100%.
I think if you think of West Coast, you think of Woosher.
100%. And Bunga, Shannon Hearn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But there's so many, like Cousins,
Yeah.
Judd,
There's too many
Cox.
to think of, eh?
Yeah.
all them.
And while we're on Woosher, what's he like around the group? I think he's entering. Is this his first AFL season? I think he's coming up to.
Believe
at the,
so, yeah, I
Back in
think
the
it
helm,
is.
he was part of the AFLW at the end
Yep.
of last year, but first full AFL season.
He's unreal. He's you know, he comes out on the track and watches us, and he wanders around the gym and that, just talking to the boys and all that. He's a good character to have around the club, and his knowledge and experience of the game as well.
Yeah.
You know, you just sit there and have a chat with him, like, wow, like this bloke's an absolute legend at West Coast and a legend in the AFL. You're like, geez, I'm face to face talking with him.
Yeah.
He's he's good value.
Last one.
Lily Marshall was sent in a question. Who's been the most welcoming at the club?
Again, can't really put your finger on it. Like they've all the boys have opened up and with arms wide open and you know, brought everyone in as one. We don't really see it. We're one big family at the club. The culture at the moment is unreal and nothing I've really experienced before, which is awesome. It's one big family and all the boys are really welcoming and need something done, they can help you out, take you out, whatever.
Who's your funniest teammate?
Funniest teammate?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because we were talking off air about some of the
Characters.
larrikins.
Yeah, Flying Ryan's pretty funny. He's cheeky.
Yeah.
He's cheeky. Who else? Harry Barnett's pretty funny as well. He loves a good meme.
Still owes us that podcast.
Yeah,
He does.
Let him know about it, boys.
Yeah.
He'll be coming on.
Yeah.
And now I just got to go back. You obviously mentioned Jack Graham is Fridge. Is that a nickname from Richmond or a new nickname here at West Coast?
Actually, I couldn't tell you.
Right.
I walked in and started calling him Fridge. So yeah,
Maybe Bake spawned it over from Richmond.
possibly.
Any nicknames that you've been given?
Yeah, I've got a couple. I got Duggo actually tried to get Lego to stick. Yeah,
Don't mind that.
It's a bit of a mash up of both my names.
Yeah.
I like it.
Good ring to it.
Bakes gave me the nickname of Rissole. Yeah, it's a bit of a funny one. You know, the little meatball.
Yeah.
The Rissole. And I just get Grego. Just, the usual.
Greg works.
Yeah, Greg's easy.
Rolls
off
I
the
do
tongue.
like Lego though.
Yeah, Lego's
Yeah.
pretty good.
All right, we'll move on to the quiz. How well you know yourself. Obviously, only one episode for the year, which means Matt Spores sits at the top with 8 out of a possible 14. How well do you know yourself?
Jeez, I don't know.
Let's have a look. 10 questions, 14 points up for grabs. Question number 1. What is your height on the Eagles website?
183.
184.
Really?
Out of
Cutting myself
so-
short there. Right?
When would that have been done? As soon as you got drafted or in the testing at some point?
I think maybe done during the combine.
Combine,
State combine, yeah.
Oh,
Question number 2. Name either pick 47 before you or pick 49 after you in the draft.
47 was Joel Cochran
Correct.
to Collingwood.
Yep.
correct.
49.
You've already got a point, but you can still answer if you want.
Probably don't even remember.
I don't remember 49. I was too
Yeah.
busy jumping
Hey,
around.
it's good. It's good that you remember one because a lot
Yeah.
of them don't remember any. So
Cooper Bell went to Gold Coast.
yep.
Oh, that's right. He was who was he with? GWS?
I'm not
Was
sure.
Was he academy boy?
I think actually think he was. Yeah,
Yeah.
from memory. Yeah,
Allies.
one from 2.
Question number 3. Should get this. Who wore the number 31 at the club before you?
Scully, Will Schofield.
Trick question.
Trick question.
Oh.
We'll let you have it.
Sorry, did you say before me?
Yeah.
Jermaine Jones.
Well,
yes,
technically it is
correct.
before you, but
Yes.
Um,
The more
yeah.
recent player.
Sorry.
I knew that
Jermaine
could
Jones.
come because obviously Scully was mentioned earlier, so I knew that potentially could be
Yes.
a little bit of a
Jermaine
trick
Jones.
question. But yes,
JJ.
2 from 3.
2 from 3. Question number 4. How many disposals did you have on VFL debut last year?
13.
Correct. We're flying here. Got the first one wrong, and we're 3 from 3 coming up. So 3 from 4. Question number 5. How many players did the club draft for 2025?
So just draft, not trades, and
Including you.
6.
Correct. Jeez, you're on here. 4 from 5.
now we're digging a bit deeper. Question number 6. Of these 6 players, you are only older than one of them. Who's younger than you?
I know Grossi's the same birthday as me. Job's older than me. Is it Hamish?
No, I'm just checking something because... yeah, this might be incorrect, but...
Did you have Grossi down as...
I did, but it says he's 15th of September,
Yeah, that's me as well.
and this one says 15th of August. Oh, 8th month is August, right? Yeah.
And it says I'm August.
Yeah, on Rookie Me.
Yeah, oh.
And I believe it, I don't know, I feel like I saw it somewhere else as well.
On the West Coast profile?
I don't know if it has it, but unreliable source.
Oh, it doesn't have it.
What's it? Okay, so
I
you
got
share the
driver's
same
license here,
birthday.
actually.
We'll pay that.
Yeah, well, we believe. I think you know
Yeah.
your own birthday, so we believe you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So technically,
5 from
you're
6.
actually the youngest at the club.
Am I?
Well, one of them.
One of the
two.
youngest, yeah. Goes down by hours now with me and Grossi.
Yeah.
Do you know who's actually older?
I think he was actually born
Technically.
before me.
Okay. Then you might
Well,
be
there you go.
youngest.
You're the youngest player at the
Born
club.
before me, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
5 from 6. We'll pay that. Question number 7. From the 4 championship games with Vic Metro last year, how many of these were you named in the best players?
2.
Correct.
Boom.
Not
Beautiful.
bad. 6 from 7.
Question number 8. How many goals did you kick last year in the Coates Talent League?
7.
Ooh, we have
7?
6. We have 6.
Really?
According
Don't
to-
tell me this is unreliable.
Well, this is
like the
Play
Waffle-
HQ,
Waffle
so-
website and app is.
I'm pretty sure my coach profile said 7 because I think I kicked 7-14 or something. Terrible
It
stuff.
says 6 goals, 13 games played. Did you? You're not counting your VFL goal, are you?
Nah. I don't think that... Does that count the wild card game?
Probably
Don't think
not.
so.
I didn't kick one in that one either, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
All right.
What do we want to
6.
do? Paid
Going
or?
with 6. Going with 6. 6 from 8.
Okay.
Question number 9. Where did you finish in the Western Jets best and fairest last season?
3rd.
Have to
Correct.
get that because that
We've
was
already mentioned.
it, but that was that was just to more see if you were,
Switched on.
switched on. Yes.
7 from 9. Question number 10.
To
So
who-
we're basically going to be leading no matter what here.
Yep. So who am I?
Yeah.
So we read out one line at a time.
Yes.
So if you get it on the first line, which is the birthday, you get 5 points. And each line, we reveal more, but less points are up for grabs. So obviously you want to try and get it as early as possible.
All right.
And it's when we do this, it's someone related to where you're from, where you've been, possible people you've run into, teammates, etc.
Yep.
Not family members though, because
No.
yeah.
I'm terrible with
Too
birthdays.
easy.
All right. Birthday. I was born on the 10th of May 2005.
Yeah.
And we usually give 3 guesses for the
Yeah.
birthday.
Have 3 cracks.
If you want to move on, you can, but obviously
Might
less
as well give
points.
it a crack, 10th of May. So it's teammates from like any team I've played for? Or
Potentially. We can't
Potentially,
reveal
yeah.
too
Okay.
much at the moment.
I'm going to guess Keaton Matafire Forbes.
Incorrect.
Um,
Good guess though.
That's a mouthful of a name.
Yeah, it's a big name. Ashcroft, Levi.
Incorrect.
No.
One more guess.
I'm just going to go like Bo.
Incorrect.
Alright.
Okay. To the next line.
4 points.
I'm the 3rd most recent player drafted out of the Western Jets.
3rd. Logan Morris.
Correct.
There we go.
4 points. Take you to 11.
Yes, 11.
It's not bad.
So the rest of that was I won a premiership in my first year in the AFL.
Yep.
I play half forward. I wear the same number as you, number 31.
Oh, we do wear the same.
So
Yeah, there you go.
that was the little link there. So,
Keaton, who got drafted with me from the Jets, is wearing 31 too.
Mm.
At the Cats.
It's a good number.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully you might be able to replicate that in your first AFL season.
Fingers crossed.
That would be ideal.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people will be saying that. I'll be hoping that is true as well.
11.
Yep, so a very handy score, which is, I like to say, above par.
Above par.
11
Yeah.
out of 14.
Because usually 10's the par score. So you
Okay,
pretty
there
much
we go.
You pretty much birdied the
Beautiful.
birdied the quiz.
I'm not too good at golf either, so.
Take a birdie when you can. Well, that just about wraps it up. Before we go, though, another WA. We're switching back to cricket next week, Ethan.
Yes.
An Adelaide Strikers player in studio next week. Cannot wait for that.
Big.
What are you
big news.
pulling up?
I'm just trying to get some West Coast teammate scores from last year to compare and, maybe bragging rights when you see them next.
There you go.
What did Duggo score? Did you do that with Duggo?
Well, there was a different
he
point
would've-
system back then.
Yes, we haven't done.
I feel like he did well, though.
He hasn't done the 14-point system. But there is a heap of them.
Malachi Champion got 10, so you beat him.
Beautiful.
And I'll need to go back, maybe. What did Hamish Davis get?
Yeah.
I feel like he might have got 11 as well.
Yeah, he did.
He was on after Drizzy, which is what
Yeah.
you were looking at.
He did, yeah. I feel like he got 11. Sticks
Yeah.
out in my mind.
Oh, there we go. He's a smart boy, Hammer, as well.
But
He
yeah.
knows everything.
Oh, very, very smart.
Yeah, exactly right. Well,
Put it this way, there's not many people under you from the Eagles.
Beautiful.
yeah. So
Say
you
that.
say that. Bit of confidence going into training. What, tomorrow?
Yeah, training tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Yep. Brag around to the boys. But Lucca, thanks for coming on. Appreciate your time. Best of luck for your debut season. Hopefully that debut can come early in the season. But thanks for coming on. We appreciate your time.
No, I appreciate you guys having me. Thank you.
And thanks to Pegs as well for jumping on board. We'll be back next week with an Adelaide striker.